Hey everybody, it's the Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to talk to you about the new Adam Sandler film, Uncut Gems.
Oh, man.
Des, what'd you think?
This movie, you better be ready going in for the emotional roller coaster that it is going to take you on. It's about Adam Sandler plays this jeweler in New York, and he spends the entire movie, I might be generalizing a little bit, but he spends the whole movie getting money from this to transfer to that to bet on this so that he can pay off this guy so he can go back and make his money on, like, he is spending the whole time just constantly on the, like, just trying to make it big. He's trying to make his millions. And so he has this one big uncut gem, hence the title. And once he has possession of this rock, it's how he's gonna use it to finagle all these people into giving him $1 million and making this bet and doing all this stuff. It is exhausting. This movie is exhausting. It is so good in its presentation and how it makes you feel that anxiety and all the stuff, and something will twist and you're just like, oh no, and so it's really well done in that aspect. Everybody was really good. Adam Sandler was really good in this movie. They get who's the basketball player? Kevin Garnett. They give Kevin Garnett.
He's a big part of the movie.
And he plays Kevin Garnett, and he does a really great job of just playing himself and as if he was interacting with this guy. I mean, it's really good. It's scary. The ending, I didn't see the ending coming, and it all of a sudden just comes, and you're like, ah! And I really liked it. It's rated R.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure don't take little kids to this movie, but it is really good. What did you think? It had me. It brought me in.
It's not my favorite. They did not bring me in.
They brought me in.
So when we saw this out together. We saw it, and maybe we just had different experiences about it, but I don't know. It was okay. For me, it just wasn't. I was constantly being brought out of the movie. I felt like. And when my sister and I saw it, and we said the exact same thing at the very first thing we said was like, what was happening with the music in this movie? Like every 5 seconds, I was like, why is this song here? Like, okay, we get it. You like loud music. I can't not even focus on what you are saying right now because this music is too much for me. The ending was good. I like the ending, actually. I like that it wasn't typical of what was happening. Adam Sandler gives a good performance. I totally see why he's not nominated for an Oscar. It is a good performance in a movie. No way the Academy is going to think that this
movie
is an Oscar performance. I just could see it. I could see it.
Yeah.
Now, on a separate side note, I love Adam Sandler as a person. I met him one time. He's super, super nice. He always seems like a down-to-earth, real nice guy. I love Adam Sandler. And I think this is by far the best acting he's ever done. I think it's really good. Yeah. His performance alone to me is something to go see the movie for because he really is good. And I liked him a lot in it. I liked Judd Hirsch in it. I liked him as the grandpa. And I liked Kevin Garnett in it. And I liked the girl who played his girlfriend, but I can't remember. I tried to look her name up on Internet Movie Database, but they don't have an order of, like, top billing. They have it, like, first person. So it's like, boy at Boston. Well, I don't know who that is.
In order of appearance.
Yeah, like some kind of weird. It says top billing, but then it's like, the first top billing is Messifin Lamago. And I don't think he should be billed over Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems, probably.
That is true.
So this is not.
It's not.
But anyway, I don't know. And you don't know what I think the thing was too. Des and I were talking about this earlier. Is that she got emotionally invested in the characters, and anytime you can, then obviously the movie's better. I totally was like as a person who I'm gonna say raises, who works with children constantly. My thing to them is always like, no, you have control over your situations. You can stop doing that, and you can do this.
No, for sure.
And so I'm watching him, and I'm like, you could stop doing the wrong thing at one point.
Could not. He could.
And so I think they rely on. Here's my thing now. They rely on you liking this movie because you feel bad for Adam Sandler at times.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad for it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't connected. I was like, no, you could have not done that
stupid thing. Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I have enough inside of me to be like, no, I don't want to do that. Well, you have to give Kevin Garnett this jewel. Like, I don't actually have to give Kevin Garnett this jewel. Yeah. Well, he's Kevin Garnett. Okay, that's nice, but I don't have to. Oh, I don't have to.
In his head, he had to in order to get the things, in order to,
And so it's like
constant.
It's somebody who has an illness, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Of like, I need to gamble this. I'm gonna make it bigger. Mm-hmm. When I would just be like, no, just be an honest jeweler. No. And you could make like an honest living.
You can't do that.
And be good. Sure, you might not be able to have an apartment for your wife and an apartment for your girlfriend, but you also could just have a wife only.
What?
Sorry about this. I'm blowing your play. So I wasn't emotionally invested that way because I didn't feel sorry almost at all for him.
You didn't want to go into his story.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, sir, you can make good choices. I told my kids that. So yeah, when she was talking, I was like, I was invested. I'm like, oh, no, I can see that how you would like it a lot more if you were.
You got to go for the ride.
Right.
If you're willing to go for the ride, then it was the music didn't bother me at all. Like, I didn't even think about it.
Cammy was like, my sister. She was like. That was her first thing. And she was like angry about it. She's like, I stopped liking it after a while because like this music is driving me crazy.
It didn't even distract me.
I was like, okay.
I didn't even think about it.
It distracted me. Okay, and I'm going to say something else just between us. The directors of this movie, I know they're getting a lot of praise for it, but I felt like in a way, Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie, the brothers, I felt like in a lot of ways they were trying to show how cool and hip they were as directors. It just turns me right off.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of Clint Eastwood. Who like, I'm Clint Eastwood and I'm just going to direct a movie. And you're just going to watch a movie. It was like, cut, editing, loud music, crazy. The Weeknd. Look, here's The Weeknd. I'm like, what the heck is The Weeknd doing here?
Yeah. I forgot he was in it too.
And so it's kind of like,
that seemed realistic. The way that he that whole interaction and how The Weeknd handled that whole relationship with him and Kevin Garnett.
And here's the other thing that made me upset too. He has a friend, right? A friend who I could have told you, that friend walked in the door, I'm like, don't trust this guy.
Yeah, no.
And he lets him be in charge of the jam. And then he gives it to him a second time, like, you have got to be kidding me.
See, you did get into it.
No, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. You are going to give him a second time? Well, then anything that happens to you is your own fault. Don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. But I've told these kids the same thing, no, you did this. Now you have to have these repercussions.
No,
I'm sorry. That's how life works out. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Adam Sandler. That's how I know in real life, Adam. I'm sure you know. So great performance from Adam Sandler. Not my movie because I didn't get emotionally connected to the character. Des felt the opposite way. She did get emotionally connected. She really, really liked it.
I would argue that you did get emotionally connected, but you got negatively maybe connected to it. Like, you spent that whole time going...
So it didn't ever feel believable for me, though. It was like, seriously, again?
Oh, really?
Seriously, again? And I was like,
I think that's what made it so realistic.
In a sense, right?
Because people who have that compulsion cannot stop. And that's what made it so real. Like, oh, this guy just cannot get past this.
But usually he
has built this structure in his life that he can't get out of.
Well, but usually people who are like that, real celebrities and really rich and really famous people, know to stay far away from. Because that's how you lose your money. So the fact that he knows Kevin Garnett and can interact with him, or that he goes to parties with The Weeknd. The fact that his friend knows Kevin Garnett or The Weeknd, to me was like, really? And he just, oh, you know who I know? Kevin Garnett. No, that is not who you know. You know Joe at the corner, and you don't know Joe and does not want to buy a rock for that much money. So that, I think, is where mine was. But I will say, great performance all around. And if you got connected like Des did, you probably love it.
I'm telling you. You're just going to go ahead and go with it. It is crazy. He's crazy.
So take our warning now. Get rid of those things that I had.
Anxious.
And be able to be like, I'm gonna buy into this guy is like this, and these things happen.
And it's a fun 2 hours.
And go.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. So Des really liked it a lot. I give it like a B minus.
You got one viewing of this. You can't go back.
Yeah, once you see it.
Because once you see it, you're going to be done.
Okay.
The end.
Let us know what you thought. Bye.
Bye.